Hello, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to another channeled message. My name is Zoe. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and dive right into the messages that Spirit has for you today. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Okay, so the first thing that I'm hearing is that you are special. Spirit wants you to know that you are so special. You may not see it. You may be struggling to see how amazing you truly are, how much others genuinely enjoy your company, how much you have to offer the world. But Spirit wants you to know that you are a gift to the world. You have so much to offer the world, and it's time you start seeing yourself in that light that other people see you in. Even if they don't necessarily say that all the time, their actions may speak louder than their words, right? Like sometimes we have to read between the lines. You may be being called at this moment to not look at what someone says or to overanalyze whether someone is constantly telling you that you're special or that you're an amazing person, and instead to look at how they treat you. And you'll start to see that there are people around you who genuinely treat you with care and compassion and love because they love your energy and they love being around you. I'm also seeing the numbers 1111. So some of you may be seeing that 1111 and 218. 218, that's very random. That could be someone's birthday, anniversary, I don't know. 218 and 333. So maybe you've been seeing those numbers a lot. Maybe you're going to start seeing those numbers a lot. You can go ahead and look up what that means for you and see how that applies to your life more if you start to see them, or if any of those numbers resonate with you. Okay, and so we're going to jump right into the tarot now. Let's just go ahead and start with this. So the first card that's coming out is the Knight of Swords. So Spirit's saying that it's time to open up your mind to seeing the possibilities that are in front of you. Like, you don't have to stay stuck anymore in overthinking. You don't have to stay stuck anymore in thinking that you're not good enough, right? Like, this is air energy. This could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have opportunities in front of you to go places, right? Like, he's headed towards a motorcycle. He is getting ready to go on an adventure. There is a bird that's kind of guiding him, and birds may be significant for you at this time. If you're seeing birds everywhere, if you're seeing the symbols of birds, anything like that, this is representing your freedom, right? So going back to the message of you being very special, Spirit wants to say that the more you see yourself in a higher vibration, the more you see yourself in this light energy, the more free you're going to become. The more you're going to be able to follow these new opportunities and to see what opportunities are being open to you, what things are coming into your life that are going to help you move forward and propel and be liberated, right? Like that's the goal, is liberation, freedom, to feel like we can express ourselves, to feel like we can go after our dreams, to feel like we have the relationships that we want, and all while being our authentic self. So Spirit is saying, like, to be your authentic self and to see yourself as this amazing being, to see yourself as the bird almost, right? Like, imagine that energy of just going where you want when you want. Imagine that energy of being able to soar through the sky, of not really being too concerned about what's going on down below unless it's for your needs. Like, don't be concerned with other things that are going on around you unless it's to help you grow and sustain what you're trying to do, sustain your life force energy. And I'm also getting that there is, like, he's got this red shoe, right? So red could be a significant color for you as well, but this is the color of passion. This is the color of creativity. This is the color of love, sensuality, right? So it's like, allow yourself to express those parts of you that want to be seen, that want to feel liberated. If you want to feel liberated in your sexuality, right? Like, don't hold yourself back. If you want to feel liberated in the way that you dance and the way that you create art, instead of worrying about what other people are going to think about your own way of being, focus on doing the thing that feels good to you, because then you're going to attract the right places and things, right? Then you're going to start going in the direction of opportunities that are actually serving you rather than opportunities that make you feel like you can't fly, like you have a broken wing. Okay, and so it's like maybe you felt like your wings are broken recently. Maybe you felt like you can't fly, you can't soar, you're not as liberated as you want to be. But it all starts with accepting yourself for who you are, and then other people around you will begin to accept you as well. Other people, and the people in your life who don't accept you, they're gonna just fall away. Like Spirit's gonna remove them. So don't worry about it too much. Like you may need to grieve some losses that you thought were supposed to be in your life, but it's going to be for a more ultimate fulfillment, for a more ultimate vision of yourself, of how you see yourself, because those around you are going to start to see yourself in an amazing light when you start to see yourself in an amazing light. And then we have the Queen of Swords reversed. So with this energy, I'm getting kind of that same sense of, don't be afraid to let go of this, of these old ways of thinking, of these old people and situations, like in order to liberate yourself. Like the Queen of Swords is not afraid to cut out whatever needs to be cut out. So it's like maybe you've been holding yourself back because you're afraid to cut things out because you don't know what's going to come next. You don't know what's going to fill your cup next. But when you remove things that aren't serving you, you make space for new things to come in, because Spirit is kind of like, oh, she's sacrificing these people, places, and things for her greater good, for her greater growth, for his greater growth, right? Like he, I'm just saying she because we have the Queen of Swords, feminine energy, right? Apply this as you see fit. But she is willing to let go of certain things so that she can continue to grow. So the more that Spirit sees that you're willing to do that, the more these new opportunities are going to come in, right? Like the more these new, the more you're going to be open for a second chance. The more you're going to be open for this rebirth of your energy, right? This expansion of your energy. You're going to start to feel more fulfilled. You're going to start to feel more like, why was I even holding on to these things, right? Like they weren't doing anything for you. So this is why Spirit wants to see how special you are, because Spirit wants you to know that like you deserve so much more. And the dreams that you have in your heart, the dreams that you have in your mind's eye, you're completely worthy of receiving them, but you have to be able to move past this energy of these old situations that aren't serving you and be willing and ready to cut them out, right? Like we have a lot of swords energy. The sword is going to cut through any illusions, cut through any false ways of being and of thinking and behaviors and stuff like that, and cut through that to enter this new space of expansion and of higher beginnings. Okay, and let's see what else Spirit has for you. I'm also hearing that you have so many ideas, and you have so many visions in your mind that are truly like amazing for this world. Like it really will serve this world for you to be yourself, because it will expand your energy, which in turn will expand the energy around you. So by blocking these ideas in your mind, by blocking these visions in your mind, essentially you're not only not helping yourself, but you're not helping the world. So in order to be of service to this world, the way that you do that is by being yourself. The way that you do that is by liberating yourself and allowing yourself to be free. Okay, and then we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Let's go ahead and clarify this, Spirit. Two of Pentacles. Whoop. Eight of Wands reversed. So now we're moving into that passionate energy, but these are all reversal cards. So this is kind of talking about the inner work around your passions. And back to Swords. Okay, so Two of Pentacles reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. And the Seven of Swords reversed. What I'm getting from this is there has to be a balance in the way that things flow into your life, right? Like things aren't going to just propel at a quick rate all the time. Sometimes there's this need to slow down and to rework your strategies, right? Like Seven of Swords is kind of talking about strategies, and it could be deception and stuff like that. So don't essentially don't deceive yourself into thinking that everything needs to happen at once. If everything were to happen at once for you, you wouldn't enjoy the experience of going after your dreams, right? Like, I know that sounds so cliche, and it's like, who really wants to hear that? We want to wake up tomorrow and life is how we want it to be. But if you don't find peace in the downtime, if you don't find peace in the seasons that aren't as quick moving, aren't as fast moving, then it's going to be harder for you to bring in the things that you really are passionate about at a quicker rate, because you're creating resistance around how things happen instead of like releasing control. So it's like kind of to rework your ideas around what it means to manifest at a fast rate and what it means to go after your dreams, because that can mean taking some time in quiet contemplation and reflection to really hone in on your vision, to make your space more beautiful, to, you know, maybe get ready a little bit extra during the day instead of just throwing on whatever and rushing out into the world. It's like when you rush, you're creating this resistance and you're not allowing yourself to actually be in the state of flow that helps things come in at a quicker rate. So slow down and give yourself more attention. Give yourself more grace to enjoy your physical world, right? Like at the end of the day, like take a shower in candlelight, put on some calming music, play affirmations before you go to bed. Like, not everything needs to be happening boom, 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 right, at a quick rate. Not everything needs to be go, go, go. If it were, your nervous system would be way overwhelmed and you wouldn't even be able to regulate the energy that's coming through. Because as humans, like, we're constantly downloading information, so you have to be able to take time to stop and process and sit with that information and slow down. And it doesn't mean overanalyze it. It just means give your nervous system and your body a break to regulate and to see the change that's happening, right? Like, you need to cut people out. You need to start moving towards your dreams. You need to start seeing yourself in a new light. That's not going to happen if you're going a million miles a minute. You're just going to overwhelm your nervous system, and it's going to be harder for you to be in the state of receptivity and of peace throughout everything, throughout all your seasons. So it's like, find peace, find strategy in how to balance your life more and how to give yourself more love and be more productive without burning the candle at both ends, right? Like, you don't need to have and achieve everything by this afternoon. Like, you don't. It's okay to slow down a little bit. It's okay to take a day off. It's okay to watch a romantic movie. Like, don't let the internet tell you that you have to constantly be seeking, learning, doing, achieving, you know, like oh goodness, I hate those messages, because it really takes away from enjoying the human experience, because then you feel like you just become this big project. Like, you're not a project, you're a person, you're a being, you're a soul, and your soul wants to experience life in many different ways, not just by overexerting and overachieving and overworking your energy. Like, go watch a romantic movie tonight with, you know, a glass of wine or a nice cup of tea and some candlelight and nice aromatherapy and after a warm shower, you know, like things like that. Like, life can be simple and enjoyable even in the process of going after your dreams. It doesn't have to be constant chaos and overproductivity and overexertion. Okay, so then we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And this card, so now we go into like the earthly matters. Now we go into earth energy, right? So with this card, it's talking about not feeling the need for perfectionism. So it's just going back and clarifying the same thing. Like, you are amazing as you are, and you don't need to have all of these things in order to be worthy of receiving love or receiving whatever you want to receive, right? Or of receiving money. Like, you don't have to be the most achieved person that you know in order to be worthy of receiving material stability, in order to be worthy of getting that job. So part of where the resistance and blockage comes in with with manifesting, when you're trying to manifest something in the material world especially, is that you feel like you need to just be the ultimate version of yourself before you're able to receive anything. And that is so far from the truth, because you as a being are worthy. You as someone who actually tries to raise their vibration, as someone who actually tries to spread love, who actually tries to do better, who actually tries to be better. Look at all the things that you're doing. Who's actually trying to be aware of how they're acting and what they're doing in their day-to-day. Like, you are so worthy, and Spirit just wants to keep reminding you that you are so worthy, and that Spirit loves you for who you are, for how you are. And it's time to stop creating resistance around what you want because you think that you need to be up here. It's okay to be here. It's okay to drop down here sometimes, right? You're still reaching for something higher, which means that there should be no blockage in terms of receiving, because you know that at the end of the day, no matter what, you're going for a higher vibration, and you're calling things in for your highest good, to live in integrity, to live with more peace, right? And that in itself makes Spirit notice you, makes Spirit deem you worthy, makes Spirit want to bring you your manifestations. It gives you this alignment with the universe. So instead of thinking that you have to be a different version of yourself, which creates a misalignment because you think you're here and your manifestations are here, instead, like, know that your manifestations can meet you here, and that'll help you get there. I hope that makes sense. Let's see if Spirit has anything else for you. If you're liking this reading, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear your comments on how you're feeling, what messages are sticking out for you. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, I do offer pre-recorded tarot readings, also live Zoom sessions for healing, and a daily tarot card for $10 a week. I'll send you one card every morning to your email to help you go through your day with more grace and ease. Spirit, any more messages for the collective today? Okay, King of Wands and Four of Cups. Okay, so now we are going back into like that passionate energy and seeing how amazing you truly are, seeing that you do have your own personal throne to sit on. You are a leader. You are an entrepreneur. You're a visionary. You have this big picture thinking, and it's hard to see that if you're focused on these cups that aren't fulfilling you, if you're focusing on the things that Spirit no longer has for you, because Spirit is trying to hand you something new. So it's like, in order to really take action towards this big picture thinking, you have to start seeing what new ways of being and of thinking Spirit has for you, what new emotional fulfillment Spirit has for you. And we have fire and water energy. So this is polarity. This is, again, going back to that sense of balance. Like, go after your dreams, chase your passions, put your heart into something, and then make sure you're taking time to receive the information, to check in with yourself, to check in with your emotions, to go into meditation, to just take time to connect, to just take time to disconnect, honestly, from the physical reality, because it can be so overwhelming when you're in this state of overachieving and as the king, right? Like, feeling like you're always taking on so much. So find that balance between your passionate energy, your leader energy, and also the receptive energy. This is very much pointing towards the balance between masculine and feminine. And right, we all have those energies within us. You may identify with you may identify with one more than the other, or you may feel this energy of both, but you constantly have to check in with those two to see how they can come into better alignment with each other, so that you're not neglecting either parts of yourself, so that you're not constantly putting yourself out into the world and not taking a moment to check in with you. And we have Cancer energy in here, so someone could have Cancer in their chart, and especially with that energy, it's like there is a huge need to check in with your emotions. There's a huge need to make sure that you're not overexerting your energy or picking up on others' energies. Like, you may be very sensitive to energy, in which case it's even more important to go back within yourself in this quiet reflection and contemplation and just meditate for a little bit, connect to spirit, unwind, decompress, and kind of release those energies of other people. And again, if you want to work with me, that is something that I also offer, is just helping you to clear your energetic field, clear your aura, so that way you don't feel like there's all of this different frequency attached to your energy, which makes it harder to see clearly, which makes it harder to think clearly, which makes it harder to feel clearly, because you're constantly taking in other people's energies. Okay, and the final message that Spirit wants to come from the Healing Oracle. Again, if this is resonating at all, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Bounteous. I believe that's how you say that. Bounteous. Generously. Why can't I speak? I'm so sorry, you guys. Maybe your throat chakra is feeling blocked. Maybe you need some throat clearing. Go drink some tea. Go drink some Blue Lotus, or why can't I think? Blue Lotus or mullein. Drink mullein. Mulleine's good for the lungs. Generously given. That sounds so weird. I'm not gonna repeat it. Relationships and coming together. Okay, so this is just talking about, like, again, being open to seeing how other people see you in this light, and being open to accepting the relationships and the connections that really are good for you, and that there's this reciprocation of energy, and also accepting yourself, coming together with your masculine and feminine to create more balance and harmony within yourself, and see yourself as this light that other people see you in. And what I'm getting from this is, like, when you open up your energy to really connecting with who is meant to be there, there's just like life that constantly flows, right? It makes it easier for you to achieve your dreams. It makes it easier for you to enact these big visions. It makes it easier for you to be the person you want to be, because you guys are giving each other life, right? Like, you want to be around people who are energy givers, not energy takers. And you want to be an energy giver as well, like this reciprocity of life force energy flowing through the connections that you have, and really seeing how that allows you to flourish and grow. Yeah, that's so beautiful. I love this card. I'm just going to show you guys one more time. I hope you can see it. I just knocked over my crystal. Sorry for the chaos in this reading. Okay, so that concludes today's reading. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. If you did, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I will be posting daily readings to help you go through your life with more grace, clarity, and ease. And if you want to work with me, all of that information will be in the description box below, along with my email. Please beware of anyone reaching out to you offering a reading. I will never do that. So don't allow anyone to pretend to be me, because they are not. Okay, thank you again so much. I hope to see you guys in another reading, and have a beautiful day. Bye.